genre of the month for this month is soul music. Now, soul music originated in America in the 1960s, combining elements of African American gospel music, rhythm and blues, and jazz. Soul is primarily popular for dancing, and it was known with popular labels such as Motown, Stax, and Atlantic, influencing many civil rights. The Motown label, which I've spoken about, was created by Berry Gordy in 1960, and it employed exclusively black musicians, artists and producers in its Detroit studios, so it was just for black musicians. Gordy wanted to produce music that could cross over from the R&B charts into the pop charts, and he employed a famous house band called the Funk Brothers, who accompanied all of his singers. So he would get a group of musicians who were really talented singers. He would bring in his band, the Funk Brothers, who would accompany them, and he would bring in a team of writers to write some really top songs for them. And by fusing those elements of R&B with jazz and blues, as I've spoken about, it created the new modern pop song, which was happening over in America in the 1960s. Now, soul dominated the charts in the 1960s before branching into various other styles such as northern soul in British nightclubs, and that's how it came over to England. Now, how do you recognise soul music? Well, it's hard to say because every song is different, but some of these are the more kind of normal or more typical elements, such as a pop-orientated approach. Usually the tempo is around 120 beats per minute, so it's quite fast, about there. There'll be quite rhythmic, inventive bass lines, so it'd be quite funky. And then the drums would stress the downbeat, so sometimes we've had dat, 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 dat. There would be strong vocal harmonies from the backing singers, so it wasn't always just one singer, they'd be accompanied by a group, and often you'd be able to hear a tambourine in the mix. And we would have lots of horns playing the horn riffs as well. So which musicians should you research and should you listen to? Well, some influences of mine, and I think I could pass them on to, are Stevie Wonder. Now, we know Stevie Wonder wrote many, many different songs, and Stevie Wonder was actually blind as well. So one of his first songs, which was Footprints, and he came onto stage and he sang that for everybody. And then from then wrote many, many other songs such as Superstition, Sir Duke, Isn't She Lovely, and many other great songs. You could also listen to Marvin Gaye. You may have heard of him from Ain't No Mountain or heard it through the grapevine. You've got Diana Ross and the Supremes. You've got the Jackson 5. That's where Michael Jackson started. He was a soul musician. You've got Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. They were dancing in the streets. You've got Aretha Franklin, sometimes known as the Queen of Soul. You've got the Four Tops, who were a group of musicians, so 4 musicians who would sing and they'd have really good harmonies. Similar to that was the Temptations. You've got Edwin Starr, amongst others, and there are many, many more. Soul music has influenced lots of future pop songs, so I think if you have a listen to this, see what you like, dance along to it, and you'll find influences from soul in lots of other music. Hope you enjoy it.